This is Gaylord Oklahoma Memorial in Norman. A top 25 showdown coming up. Two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the Oregon Ducks and the Oklahoma Sooners. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down at the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. This is what he had hoped for and is excited that it is playing out right before our very eyes. Bringing this running back in the transfer portal, he knew that he could be someone to make an impact, but he didn't know how much. And here he is, highly productive, really starting to lean on that offensive line and gain some chemistry with the other guys on the team. We're seeing this offense come alive, and they've got to do it again here today. I'll keep you posted on how things start here in the game in the first quarter and how this chemistry is showing up big time for this team. Nice?
Appreciate that, Holly. The Ducks signal for their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Deep in the end zone, it's Thomas. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Making the adjustment. Throwing, Holstein. Makes a grab. Run ends there. Second and long here. Holstein on the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. On the ground, it's Hawkins. They put the brakes on him.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and hand in the ball.
Right back to it. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited, and the fans aren't going crazy, but those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout, so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
Looking for a crease to the left. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. He's changing the play. Holstein to throw for it on 4th. Nowhere close to the line to gain as he is ridden out of bounds, and this defense makes a statement. A bold decision to go for it on 4th down, and one that did not pay off. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. The margin for error is so small in this conference. It's really imperative to get off to a good start in Big Ten play.
Especially, Reese, since you're adding so much talent now to this conference. But yet, year in and year out, you know the mainstays in this conference, but there's always some surprises. And I'll be interested to see how everybody starts off this season. Listen, this is your first opportunity, Palmer, in conference play, in a major conference, obviously in the Big Ten, to make your first statement.
And it's going to be taxing all season long for these players. Physically, obviously, and you expect that in the Big Ten Conference. But now adding all those West Coast teams, these guys are going to be flying back and forth across the country a lot this year. They have to get off to a fast start today. That's what makes this game so critical.
Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Got it behind the line. It's Napier. Breaks into the open. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, everybody knew this guy was going to get his touches coming into this game, considering he's one of the better receivers in the country. And to start it off, the offense was actually looking the other way. They were looking for other guys to make big plays, but finally they got the opportunity. They were able to find some space to get their best receiver the football. And, guys, that's not going to be the last time. Defense has done a nice job taking it away from them up to this point. The question, though, can they keep it up?
They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice job by the defense, forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. He'll take it himself. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
He'll bring it out. It's Blaylock. Tackle and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Eli Holstein to throw. They're all over him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Holstein. Fires to the wideout. In traffic, it's Thomas. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. And the Sooners come to the line after the big connection and going back to work. Play fake, Holstein. Rolls right. He'll try to do it himself. Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
There he goes. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. You know, Oklahoma's DNA is being tough. They have a whole drill about being tough named after them, the Oklahoma drill, and they won that one.
And we've seen that kind of come and go some throughout the years, but it started with serious physicality back in the day when they ran the option and just hit you in the mouth. But, you know, football's involved, and that's the one thing about this offense. Can they keep their physicality, the so-called physicality? The good Oklahoma teams are physical.
And he's brought down after a nice game. Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Changing the routes with his receivers. They'll move the wide receiver. From the red zone, it's Hawkins. Maybe some room here. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, he found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Sends it back in motion. Here's Holstein to throw. Touchdown Sooners! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Napier. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. And the Ducks are in the hurry-up.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
Lets it fly. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Long way to go on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. That midfield, he's got room. Slides to the ground. He got away and picked up the 1st down on a 2nd and long. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage. And they
hits him in stride inside the 10. He's there to make the stop, but not before. He sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. On the move. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. Fielded in the end zone, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Keeps it moving, it's Hawkins. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets him out to the 25-yard line. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
They'll start this one from the 29 on 1st down. Holstein. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Second and long here. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. Sets his feet. It's Holstein. Extending the play. Trying to make magic on the scramble. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Wants to throw one first. Throws to the wideout. Snagged in the middle. It's Thomas. Open space at the 25. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. The Sooners come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Tough run here. It's Hawkins. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Throwing, Holstein. Moving out to the right. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Flying out to the left. At the 30. The 10. Touchdown, Ducks. The defense takes matters into its own hands. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Fielded in the end zone. It's Thomas. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Got a little space. Oh, he's got some space. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum. Now on first down from the 30. They go play action with Holstein. Moves to his right. Got out of trouble and throws. Oh, he makes the play. It's intercepted. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the field here.
When you're looking at your playbook and it's worked so well in the first half, I'm going to continue to do what I've been doing, Palmer, because it's been all gas.
Pollock, that's right. Strike while the iron's hot, too. Before this defense gets to going at halftime to potentially make some adjustments, show you some different looks in the second half. Whatever you've been doing, it's working. Keep it up.
Here's Iamaleava to throw. Flip it out to the back on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. The Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air, it's Iamaleava. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. Can't get him to the ground. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Eli Holstein to throw. Going over the top. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on second down, and they'll be left with a third down.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Quarterback changing the play. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
Man, teams that play cover one at an elite level have an elite guy in the middle of the field that he's playing zone, everybody else playing man, and he can cover so much ground. You watch him run, he breaks on the football when he needs to, goes and makes the big interception.
Under pressure. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense, pressuring the quarterback.
Going to try to get it himself. Good little pickup there as he saw some daylight and got what he could. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Iamaleava from the gun on 3rd down. Stepping to the right. Throwing on the run. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, hard to believe we're a full month into the season. A lot of action in college football here in Week 4. We start with a look at Utah taking on the Texas Tech Red Raiders. And it's the Utes eyeing a second win after the opening week loss. They are on top here in the first half.
Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started.
And as we check in on these notable matchups this week, we're reminded of just how meaningful every week in college football truly is.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Play fake, Nico Iamaleava. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. That's caught. It's Johnson. Across midfield, down to the 41-yard line is a huge play as this offense rolling.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Knocked down way behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a loss of 7.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Throwing, Iamaleava. Turns out it's Griffin. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Sooner Nation bearing down on this offense on this huge 3rd down play. Deafening noise. Here's Iamaleava. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire.
There was just nowhere to go with the football for the quarterback throwing it. So he tried to create, he tried to extend the play with his legs, just not able to get away from it.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. 4th down, Iamaleava. And the incomplete pass, they roll the dice. Snake eyes.
Yeah, and see, I have no problem being aggressive near midfield. I got no problem whatsoever. You get stuff, but I think you have to show your team, like, we're going to be aggressive. We're going to continue to try to make it, even in the second half when things are getting tight.
Holstein on the play fake. Still looking to his right. He's going to run it. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Man, this defense has their hands full today because not only do they have to worry about the running backs and not only do they have to worry about the passing game, they've got to worry about this quarterback running the football because of plays like that. Not a huge explosive play, but he showed you the athleticism. He showed you he has the ability to hurt you with his legs.
They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Sooners are facing 3rd and inches. Burrowing for yardage. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down and inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall forward, play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Here's Holstein to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be 2nd down.
This quarterback has thrown a lot of picks. I don't know if he's just not seeing the field right or he's just trying to force too many throws. That should have been number 4 right there, but the defender dropped it.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. On the run, it's Hawkins. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you. I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Holstein from the gun on 3rd down. Fires to the right. It's caught. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
And the Sooners line it up with a 1st and goal. Play fake, Holstein. Buying a little time to his left. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Well, that didn't necessarily go as planned, but it was most effective in the end.
I love it, Reese. Down in the red zone, and this quarterback didn't have anybody open. Didn't panic. He just decided, man, I'm going to go do this myself. I'm going to use my wheels and put up 6 on the board. He did just that.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. A quick pass to the left. Crosses to 40. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Running inside the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Oregon.
And that is how you answer. The other side cuts into your lead. You know what you do? First play, be aggressive, make the big play, snatch the momentum right back in this football game.
And the extra point is good for a 28-14 lead. From deep, it's Thomas. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. The Sooners will get things going on offense as they head onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll give it to him again. And he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Holstein. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
Well, remember, the defense allowed a rushing touchdown to this quarterback on the last drive, so a nice job making some adjustments on the sideline. They look like they've got a little bit of a better plan for him, and more people are more aware of when he's going to keep the football. That time, they don't just get a sack, but they generate a massive loss.
From the gun on 3rd down, Holstein. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass.
Guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. 4th down, Holstein. Buying time to his right. He'll pull it down and run. Turns it on in midfield. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. The Sooners are rolling down the field. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And they are starting to pull away as we come to the end of the 3rd quarter. Let's take a look at how we got here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. So 1st down will open up the final period. Wide receiver going in motion. Throwing, Holstein. Taking a shot. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Look out! Takes a hit as he fires. A strike downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism, but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this one.
They go play action with Holstein. Rolls right. in for the score. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
Hey, man, I don't know what they talked about at the half, man, but this team is rolling, doing an unbelievable job getting the football, putting it in the end zone again, and how about the defense doing their job, Palmer? Momentum is crazy in college football, but here in the second half, they've come out and seized it.
Yeah, this has been a masterclass in complementary football. Offense doing their job, the defense getting off the field, giving it back to the offense, everything going their way, and you're right. In college football, we see momentum shifts all the time. All of the momentum, all of the good juju right now, clearly on their side.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Coaches talk about running with violence, running with bad intentions. That's what that looks like as he gets it up to the 32. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
And it's intercepted. A huge fourth-quarter play for this defense. Able to stay on his feet and get the ball to the 21-yard line. Time for this Sooner offense to go back to work. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Keep it on the ground. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. Third down and 1, and this is why they call it a gut check. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Right at the line. There's a creep, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Sooners! When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Straight ahead, it's Griffin. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Whistle blows, clock stopped, and there are 2 minutes left to play in this one. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Calls his own number. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Making the adjustment on the play. From the gun, it's Blaylock. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. The give to the back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
Awesome job. Run the football, right? It's really basic. Go to those plays you know can get you 1st downs, get you some extra set of downs, then you can go make big plays.
Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on 1st down. Holstein on the play fake. Moves to his right. He's going to take off. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And the clock's running down late in the ball game. Every 1st down matters. Every second matters. Really good job by the quarterback. Dropping back to pass, scrambling around, getting a 1st down, and also getting out of bounds to save precious seconds as this one ticks down.
Eli Holstein to throw. He's got an open man. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. Timeout, Oklahoma. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. The run to the left. He's got enough. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th. On to attempt the try. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was finished off by a terrific 26-yard touchdown run. From inside the 10, here he comes. He gets a block, and he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Iamaleava. Oh, pressure's coming. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there.
He wants to take the top off. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Going the other way, and he's got room. At the 30. He's at the 10. He takes it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma.
And this is exactly what you dream about for a defense. Forcing the big turnover, making the pick, and then putting points on the board yourself. Great play by the defense.
What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads. Hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the 4th quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at. And I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do